It's going down right now. But unfortunately, the mortgage interest rate market did not get the memo because mortgage rates exploded today and they soared to 7.22% after strong economic data. Which means if you're shopping for a home and you're taking out a $400,000 mortgage, the monthly payment of principal and interest rose to $2,720 from $237 just a week ago, which means the cost of borrowing is far more expensive if you're thinking about buying a home. And while I have shared a lot in the past about the shortage of new listings that exist in the market right now, if you thought the short supply of new listings was bad before, I can promise you that's only going to get worse because ain't nobody trading out of a low interest rate into a 7.22% mortgage interest rate or an 8%, 9%, 10%, 20% mortgage. They're simply not going to make that trade. And while I am on the record and have shared a lot in the past that I suspect the powers that be are going to do what they must in order to manipulate economic data to have something to point to in order to get elected or reelected or keep their current job. So it does not come as a surprise to me when I see blowout numbers as it relates to employment. And as of today, the private sector companies added almost 500,000 jobs in June, which is more than double the expectations according to ADP. So, despite the fact that Big Papa Powell, who is on the record as stating he wants to create job loss, and despite Big Papa Powell and the Fed tightening their monetary policy and increasing Fed funds rates, private sector jobs had blowout numbers, with damn near 500,000 jobs in June, which is well ahead of the 267,000 gain in May, and it blew away the estimate of 220,000. Which is clear cut evidence that we have an incredibly strong economy and an incredibly strong labor market, right? Absolutely, no doubt about it. And I'm positive there's no chance that these numbers will ever be revised in the future. Because it's completely inconceivable that anybody would ever manipulate any type of data in front of election season. That would be impossible. And please do not get it twisted. It's not like I am rooting for this. It's not like this is what I want. The last thing I would ever want is for our country to be on the downtick. The last thing that I want is for the economy to crash, for the markets to crash, or for anything bad to happen. And to be abundantly clear, we're talking about the big macro picture here. And I can certainly make the argument that the Florida economy and the Florida job market is very different than the macro picture. But I want to stay on track and focus on the fact that it's going down right now. And by it, I'm talking about home values. And today I'm going to share 6 Florida metros that are going down. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you know that I've shared that each market trades differently. It has its own intensity of supply and demand. And the Tri-County area, the metro in which I live, Broward, Dade, and Palm Beach County, they're all on the uptick, up until they're not. And if that ever changes, I'll be the first one to tell you in real time so that you can make the best decisions for yourself, for your family, and for your financial bottom line. But the next 6 metros I'm about to cover are not on the uptick. And to be clear, this is the most recent data that's been published by the Florida Realtor Association. We're talking about May of 2023, and yes, I know we're in June. This is lagging information. If you want to know what's going on right now in any market, then please reach out because we will connect you with an all-star professional who knows how to advocate and negotiate for you the right way in today's market. So, to be abundantly clear, what happened in May is not what's happening right now in June, but I think it's instructive to understand what the trends are. And in May of 2023, single family homes in the Cape Coral Fort Myers metro in Lee County were no bueno. Closed sales were down 10.4%. Cash sales were down 23%. But here are the two metrics which you must know if you're thinking about buying or selling. The median sales price was down 5.3% from 469,950 to 445. That is a big drop. Average sales price, which I make the argument is more instructive because most of my clients who are buying in any metro tend to be looking in neighborhoods where the homes typically align with the average sales price. Average sales price is down 6.3% in the Cape Coral Fort Myers metro from 658, let's call it 659, down to 617 and change. No bueno if you're thinking about selling. Muy bueno if you're thinking about buying, but probably not great with mortgage interest rates now at 7.22%. And I'm not going to read every stat that's on here because you can see them for yourselves. I am going to key in on the main ones. New pending sales are down 13.3%. New listings are down 14.2%. Sellers are not trading out of low mortgage interest rates into high mortgage interest rates unless they have to, unless they are feeling economic pain. And to be clear, their first option will be to sell. They will want to cash in on the equity they think they have. And they might be right up until they're not. And to be abundantly clear, homeowners in Florida and in this metro of Cape Coral and Fort Myers are sitting on a metric shit ton of equity. So if they are feeling financial distress today, they can sell their home, list it, and likely cash in on a small fortune, depending on when they bought. But ain't nobody selling their home unless they have to. Ain't nobody trading out of a low mortgage interest rate into a high mortgage interest rate unless there is some financial distress, unless there is a financial gun to their head, which is forcing them out of the house. Everybody else is likely to stay put. And so I don't suspect we're going to see a tremendous amount of new listings until the pain becomes more real. And obviously, that's never going to happen because we just saw how great the job market is and how great the economy is. Time will tell. Active listings, inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold, up 84%. Month supply of inventory, up 135% from 1.7 months to 4 months, which means there are far less new listings, a short supply of new listings, but a massive uptick in homes sitting on the market unsold, which means if you're thinking about buying in this market and you can handle a 7.22% mortgage interest rate, well, you've got a hell of a lot more leverage in order to go out there and negotiate a much better deal. But as far as distressed sales are concerned in Cape Coral, Fort Myers Metro, in Lee County, the truth is there are none. Foreclosures are down 33%, and short sales were statistically insignificant. But to be abundantly clear, the foreclosures and distressed market that exists today didn't start in May. It started years ago. And I suspect there are lots of folks out there that are feeling financial distress and pain right now. And I have solutions for everyone. So if you are feeling financial distress, if you are afraid of being foreclosed on or potentially having to do a short sale, please reach out because we've got win-win solutions, which are far better for everyone involved. Which takes us to the Villages Metro, which is Sumter County, Florida. We're talking about the middle of the state. And we're talking about primarily the active adult crowd, because that's who lives in the villages. But closed sales as of May of 2023 were down 4.2%. Median sales price in May of 2023 was down almost 3% from 395 to 383 and change. The average sales price in the Villages metro was down 5.3% from 443 to 419. Both median and average sales price are on the downtick in the Villages metro as of May. But unlike Cape Coral, where there is a short supply of new listings are on the uptick in the Villages metro. In fact, new listings exploded in May of 2023 on the uptick of damn near 30%. From 165 new listings to 214. That is a massive jump. But the inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold, the active listings on the market as of May, also exploded, up almost 80% from 228 homes to 408 homes sitting on the market unsold, which is a massive jump in months' supply of inventory from 1.6 months to 3.7, up 131%. But as of May, distressed sales were a non-event in this metro. The Villages simply don't have any. But make no mistake, the distressed sale market will be on the uptick soon, but not until the economic pain, the economic distress is felt by the consumer sufficient enough to create them. And that takes time. Which takes us to the next metro, which is on the downtick. We're talking about the Jacksonville single family home metro. We're talking about May of 2023, which includes Nassau, Baker, Duval, Clay, and St. Johns counties. Closed sales down 14.4%. Median sales price down 1.7% from 400 to 393. The average sales price down 0.4%. But down nonetheless from 493 to 491. And to be clear, we're talking about May, and June numbers may be completely different. And if you're shopping in this metro and want to know what June numbers are, then please reach out and we will connect you with an all-star professional right away. New listings are on the downtick. Short supply of new listings, down 24%. Pending inventory, down 23%. Active listings, inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold, is up damn near 45%. And to be clear, supply and demand will always dictate price. But the supply side here is twofold. We must always focus on what new listing inventory is, and in Jacksonville, it's in short supply. We also must know what the inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold is. And in Jacksonville, that number is on the uptick to the tune of 45%. And the month supply of inventory jumped from 1.4 months to 2.7, up damn near 93%. Great news if you're thinking about shopping, probably not so great if you're thinking about selling. And the distressed sale market in the Jacksonville metro confirms what I expected to see, which is that foreclosures and short sales are non-existent. Up until they aren't non-existent, and that will take time. But please make no mistake, when the economic pain becomes unbearable enough, you can bet your sweet bippy there are going to be distressed sales in the Florida housing market. And in every other market too. And please be aware, if you think you might be in jeopardy of being foreclosed on or having to short sale, there are much better solutions that exist. So please reach out. We would love to help. Which takes us to the next metro. We're talking about the Naples, Immokalee, Marco Island metro. We're talking about Collier County. We're talking about Southwest Florida, which is on the exact opposite side of the state from me. But closed sales in the Naples, Immokalee, Marco Island metro are down damn near 18%. Median sales price is down damn near 5% from 850 to 810. But the average sales price is on the uptick, up 2.1% from 1.558 to 1.591, which tells me there is volatility in pricing which exists in the Collier County metro. But new listings are down 30% and pending inventory is down 12%. But the inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold in the Naples, Immokalee, Marco Island metro is on the uptick big time, up 34.4%, which translates into a month supply of inventory jump of 100% from 2.4 months to 4.8. Great news if you're thinking about shopping, probably not so great if you're thinking about selling. But are homeowners in this market feeling economic pain sufficient enough to be in distress? And as far as foreclosures are concerned, in this market, they're on the uptick by 200% from 1 to 3. Right now, that is statistically insignificant and will have zero impact on pricing anytime soon. But please keep in mind the foreclosures that happened in May did not start in May. They very likely started in 2018, 2019, or 2020. It takes a long time to foreclose on a home. But if you want to get a more granular picture in terms of distressed sales and auctions that are happening that don't hit the MLS, please go to your county website and look for auctions. Because I think you'll be shocked by how many auctions are happening in your market. And I can guarantee you the number of auctions that don't register in the MLS are significantly higher than what you're seeing right here. Which takes us to the Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater metro. We're talking about Hernando, Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas counties. We're talking about Southwest Florida, which is the opposite side of the state from me. But closed sales, single family homes, May of 2023, down 9.3%. Median sales price down 1.5% from 413 to 406 and change. Average sales price is flat, no change. But new listings are down 26.2%. Pending inventory is down 8.1%. And the active listings, the inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold, is up 35%. And the month supply of inventory jumped from 1 month to 1.7, an increase of 70%, which is great news if you're thinking about buying and not so great if you're thinking about selling. But the distressed sale market in Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Clearwater is basically non existent. Foreclosures are on the downtick by 6%, and short sales were flat, no change, 0% change, up until they do. And there's one thing I can tell you with certainty: the distressed sale market is absolutely 1000% going to change at some point in the future. But it will take time because these foreclosures did not start in May. They started in 2018, 2019, or somewhere in that window. But if you're looking at the distressed market as being an indicator of what the current distressed market is, I'm here to tell you it's a lagging indicator. This is not the best metric to look at. Go look at your county auction site. Which takes us to the last metro, which is on the downtick that you must know about. We're talking about the Port St. Lucie metro, which is comprised of St. Lucie and Martin County. Again, we're talking about May 2023 numbers, single family homes. Closed sales down 15%. Median sales price on the uptick, 1.2% from 410 to 415. Average sales price on the downtick, down almost 1% from 570 to 565, which tells me there's volatility in pricing. But new listings are down 33%. Pending inventory is down damn near 21%. And the inventory of homes sitting on the market unsold is up 40%. Major uptick in supply. Month supply of inventory jumped from 1.4 months to 2.5 months, up 79%. That's a big number. But distress sales are a low number. There were only 2 foreclosures that existed within the Port St. Lucie metro as of May 2023, and there were 0 short sales. But given the fact that the economy and the labor market are so incredibly strong, I doubt anybody has anything to worry about. especially in these lower density markets, which trade differently than mine. And while homeowners in these metros are sitting on a metric shit ton of equity, I'm sure they've got nothing to be concerned about with mortgage interest rates on their way to 8. Because mortgage interest rates are skyrocketing, and yet it's going down right now. Now, I hope you found this content valuable, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter where I can never be censored. If you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere, please reach out because we would love to help. Check me out on Patreon where I go off. Please smash the like button because it helps the algorithm. Leave a comment down below and check out my next video because I suspect you will love it a lot. And until next time, peace!